I just got done watching the FNaF movie, and it was everything that I wanted and more. Now, I've been a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's since it came out. I've loved the game series. Not so much recently, but definitely back in the good old days. And so I feel like talking just about my thoughts on the movie. This will probably include spoilers. I don't know. This is unscripted, so I'm going to be not very good with the English language. But besides that, yeah. So to start off with, I'm going to take you guys back to a different time period. Around 8 years ago was 2015. And back then, we didn't have a movie. You know, ooh, whoa, crazy, right? But we did have something related to a movie. Something basically our FNaF movie at that time. And that was the Five Nights at Freddy's musical by Random Encounters. I mean, that was my jam back in the day. I mean, I love that. I still love that. But now there's obviously the movie, so that's what we're gonna be talking about. Alright, so start off with, I love the fan service. It didn't feel to the point where it was like, oh look, it's Freddy, and he's singing. No, it wasn't like that. It was more like, hey, we understand that a lot of the people watching this love the games, so we're gonna throw in stuff that they'll recognize. For example, in one of the first beginning parts, Mike is showing this guy a book, and the book is called The Dream Theory. And obviously, if you're a long-term fan, you would know of the Dream Theory, because the Dream Theory is that theory for the games where I think it was like the first 3 games are actually just dreams made up by the crying child or something like that. It's been a while since I've brushed up on my Five Nights at Freddy's lore, but yeah, and I thought that was really cool. That was the first bit of fan service I saw, but just a lot of the references and stuff were really cool. Another thing I really loved were the cameos. I mean, Matt Pat was one I didn't expect. Corey, that was really funny. At both the beginning and the ending of the movie. And just, I mean, a lot of it was just really cool. And I loved the way the story was. The story was so nice, and it didn't feel like it was made by people who didn't understand what was going on, you know? It was made by, I mean, you could tell that it was made with, Scott Cawthon helping. So, yeah, very much a great experience all around. I loved the acting. It was very good. Some of the kid parts were a little bit iffy, but besides that, I think that the movie was extremely good. 10 out of 10. Also, my favorite part of fan service was, of course, the end credits. The FNaF song being used as the end credits was top notch, top tier, very, very, very great. And overall, I think this movie is probably my favorite movie that I've ever seen. I'm not really big on movies. I only really watch a movie if it catches my attention, or if it's about something I like, which is why I watched this one. But, yeah, no, this is definitely the best movie I've seen, ever. I loved it. Genuinely loved it. This is just gonna be a quick review. I don't really want to drag everything out. Gotta get 10 minutes. No, I'm not like that. I don't need that. Yeah, no, this very good movie. I loved it. I can't really say anything else about it. I would recommend, if you for some reason are watching this, even though I explicitly said that there are spoilers, if you're still watching this and you've not seen the movie, I would absolutely recommend it. My dad thinks Five Nights at Freddy's is a really dumb game. You think, not dumb, but he doesn't really like it. And even he was watching it with me. It was me, my mom, and my dad, because my mom wanted to watch it with me because she likes the games. And even my dad said that the movie was better than he expected. So if a person who doesn't like FNaF liked the movie, then you guys will like it. So I definitely recommend that anybody who wants to, and don't be encouraged or discouraged, what's the word? Disencouraged? I don't know. The people, specifically the critics, they don't know what they're talking about. They're going into it based off of their critic brain, but if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, or even if you don't, and you're just a viewer, you're gonna like the movie. I think it was a good movie, and so those are my thoughts on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I can't really think of anything else to say, but yeah. Very much tickled my brain. It's nice to see that I can still like FNaF, because, well, here comes a rant, but I don't really like where the games have gone since probably the 5th game. I think that since then, the games have just kind of been slowly declining, you know, occasional bumps, you know, and rises, and it's like a, you know, where like it peaks, and then it goes back down, and then it goes back up, you know, and I've not really liked where they've taken the story either, but, the first 4 games and FNaF World, I hold all of those deep into my heart, because I love those games with a passion, and, they are the reason why I'm doing this. Because if I hadn't encountered Five Nights at Freddy's, then I wouldn't even gain an interest in YouTube. I had a little bit of an interest earlier, before I found out about Five Nights at Freddy's, but if you've seen my playthrough, I don't remember which episode it was of my FNaF playthrough, you'll know that my first YouTube video ever posted to YouTube was 7 years ago, and it was a video of me holding up my phone at the laptop playing Five Nights at Freddy's, specifically the demo. I'm not showing anybody that video ever again. If you really want to go find it, have a ball going to find it. You know what? If anybody can find the video, if you have proof that you found it, then I will shout you out in whatever video comes next. Anyways, that's enough of me ranting. I'm gonna go ahead and go, because it's getting late for me. Yeah, it's 11:04 for me right now. I need to get going editing this video so I can put it out before I have to go to bed, because I've got this thing called school. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Also, I'd like some feedback on this microphone. I finally got it working to where it actually sounds a lot better than the headset mic that I was using. So yeah, I'd like some feedback on that too, if you guys wouldn't mind. But besides that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.